During a long panel discussion on MSNBC's Morning Joe about the increasingly rightward swing of the Republican Party that began with the Tea Party and accelerated under Donald Trump, agreement was reached that Trump is no longer radical enough for the party, and conservatives are already looking past him. Sitting down with the New York Times' Jeremy Peters to discuss his new book, Insurgency, How Republicans Lost Their Party and Got Everything They Ever Wanted, which looks at how the party of Lincoln became the party of Trump. The author stated that the new generation of lawmakers are stealing Trumpism and leaving Donald Trump behind. Take a look at the MSNBC discussion.
Right, so there's a large question looming in all of that, and Jeremy, you're well placed to answer it, right? If you think I covered Buchanan in '96 almost constantly, and so when Trump came along, I mean, it looked incredibly familiar to me, and it was almost like the issue sets was almost exactly the same: racist, xenophobic, white grievance, the China issues, the Mexican border issues, all of them, and the kind of made-up social conservative. Actually, Buchanan was more of a genuine social conservative, in fact, than Trump is. But that. It's a recessive gene. I agree with you, recessive. But no question from 1996 to today, that portion of the party has gotten bigger, stronger, louder, more central to Republican nomination politics. That the set of issues and the grievance at the core of it, the basic white grievance element of this, right? And the party has gone downscale. It's less educated than it was 20 years ago. It's the party of the white working class now. And the question is, so maybe Trump isn't the leader for it going forward, and maybe Joe's right that there's not another Donald Trump out there. Mm-hmm. But is the genie now out of the bottle to the point where this has become the dominant gene in the party, and everybody, maybe it's not a Trump wannabe, but that anybody who hopes to be the Republican nominee has to tap into that part of the party because it's now so big and strong and so energized, and have the commitments to democracy, the rule of law. Another thing let out of the bottle, the trend tends towards authoritarianism and autocratic rule. Right. Yeah. Is that what the party is, whether Trump leads it or not?
Well, I would take it a step further, John, and say, like, the alternate reality, the distortion of the events happening around us and the mischaracterization of them. I mean, that's part of what the Republican Party is right now.
Right.
And is this
the big lie party?
Exactly. Is this the party of Marjorie Taylor Greene, or is it the party of Donald Trump? And right now, Marjorie Taylor Greene has this saying, and it's an accurate one. I am the voter, right? She's not every voter, but she's a lot of voters out there. And Trump is in this interesting situation right now where a lot of his base has gotten to the right of him. And this is the story of the Republican Party. Like, this is a story that I tried to trace in the book starting back in 1992, is every time the GOP establishment, and let's not forget, Trump is the establishment now as the leader of the party. Every time they try to use and co-opt this insurgent energy, it backfires on them. From Sarah Palin to the Tea Party, you can go on and on. Pat Buchanan even.
MSNBC contributor John Howman jumped in to add that Trump's influence with far-right voters began to wane when he recently endorsed COVID-19 vaccines. He told Peters, "I think when you write the sequel for the book, the moment Donald Trump sat on the stage with Bill O'Reilly and touted taking the booster shot, he got booed. That will be the seminal moment in the trajectory of the Republican Party." You could tell Trump was a little stunned that was not just a couple of catcalls. It was the loud wave of boos. That was the party now, genie out of the bottle, runaway train. He thought, this party is more loony than me. In other GOP news, the Republican Party is in disarray following the Republican National Committee's controversial move to lash out at GOP members of Congress for participating in the House Select Committee to investigate the January 6 attack on the U.S. Capitol. Politico reports Senate Republicans are not happy with the Republican National Committee. In interviews on Monday evening, GOP senators lashed out at their own National Party's overwhelming vote to censure Representatives Liz Cheney and Adam Kinzinger for working on the House's investigation into the January 6 Capitol attack. They warned that alienating a portion of the party for being overly anti-Trump is not a political winner heading into the midterms. A sharp message from sitting members that goes far beyond criticism already aired by a handful of GOP pundits. RNC Chair Ronna Romney McDaniel has been a particular target of scorn. Senator Mitt Romney, McDaniel's uncle, said a very unfortunate decision by the RNC and a very unfortunate statement put out as well. Nothing could be further from the truth than to consider the attack on the seat of democracy as legitimate political discourse. Senator Lindsey Graham said the Republican Party is heading in the wrong direction, and Senator John Cornyn said, "I don't think you can kick out of the party everybody you disagree with, or it's going to be a minority party." Thank you for watching. Please be sure to visit us at rawstory.com. And if you'd like to see more of the Raw Report, please like and subscribe and join others who like their news raw too.